Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Boho Info Show, and we have a live update here on our tropical storm Elsa. This is as of July 6th here in the morning hours. Right now, it's still staying on path. Here is a current look right now what's happening at 8 a.m. in the morning. And when you're seeing these red blobs, that's where the heavy amounts of rainfall and water is coming from this. Right now, from what I'm seeing, the wind speeds is around between 25 and 50 mile an hour base speeds. But wind shear wise, around anything around US 41 on the Gulf Coast area to the beaches can range around up to between 25 to 70 mile an hour gusts. That's just gusts, so that's not a permanent wind speed, okay? But anything on 41 or around 41, like businesses in Southwest Florida, from like Bonita Springs all the way up to Sarasota and further up, any businesses are going to get hit with any kind of problems. With even, you guys got to remember that if there's any kind of wind shearing, it could mean power failures, temporary power failures for businesses around that area. I've had people come to me and ask me about businesses and things around the area. So I'm kind of putting this report out for them to do a little one-on-one with them, I guess. But this also gives you perspective too on rainfall and where it's going to hit the most at. And this is at the current projection, I guess you'd say. But this is current timing right now, around 9 a.m. in the morning. And I'm going to show you how this is coming up around the coastal areas. Anything that you're seeing in really, really dark red color, or the darkest color on your map, if you have black and white, is something that's going to exceed over 2 inches per hour. So right now, all this red blob towards the bottom of your screen there is around 2 to 4 inches. This huge red blob. It's in the Gulf. It hasn't hit land most part, except for little tips over here. But when the problem starts on rain, it's going to start around 11 o'clock, just normal rain-wise, but the bands are going to start hitting at 2. Even though the eye of the storm in Elsa is nowhere near some of the Southwest Florida area, the bands are going to be the ones that you got to watch for. Not only for the heavy rainfall and the potential of flash flooding from it, but also the not the base wind speed, but the shear part that could come and go. And they did say that there possibly will be, everything on the West Coast wise, periodic power failures. So make sure either on your business you have a generator, or you don't even let your help come in, which would probably be better for their own safety. Or have something, in your situation for your business. But at 2 p.m. is when it starts getting rough, and everything coastal wise, even into like 41 area, everything that's kind of like east of 75, even Alligator Alley even's being affected, but even all the way up here, even from Naples, Bonita Springs, even further south down by the Everglades, all the way up to Lehigh Acres, Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, Northport, even Sarasota. Okay, so these bands are extremely long, and anything that you're seeing in either like a pink or a dark red is anywhere from 1 to let's see, the most, like even here in Bonita Springs, like a couple inches, or even Fort Myers, where they're going to get like 2.5 inches. So yeah, at 2 o'clock, this is when it starts. The problems start. Okay, and then like I say, make sure you don't have anything loose in your yard or around your business. Make sure people aren't parking around any power lines if they're as a business, because at any point in time with these wind shears, it could snap a line, from a business or something, you know. So this is Elsa, what you're seeing in circular motion, which I'll put more towards this so you can see it, but it is horizontal at 5 p.m. with like Fort Myers area. In the meantime, you've got all these rain bands that are hitting even all the way in past 75. Between 2 and 5 p.m. they start broadening their expansion of their rain bands that are coming in. This also comes with wind shearing. Okay, heavy rain could be sideways because of wind shearing. Tornadoes can spawn. Here's the thing: if you're living anywhere near 41 or you have a business near 41, there's going to be more water spouts and tornadic activity possible with the wind shearing than there would be anybody around like 75 and that area or inland more, okay? Because of this storm being so close to the west coast of Florida. And it's only about maybe, at this point in time, at 5 o'clock, it's only about maybe 200 miles, maybe 250 miles from the actual west coast. Which is like, if you had to drive it, let's say that would be like from Fort Myers, driving from Fort Myers to Tampa, or from Cape Coral to Sarasota, okay? That's how close it is to the West Coast at 5 o'clock, okay? So it's not really scraping it, but the bands are the ones that are going to be the problem, okay? At 8 o'clock, let me move that further up to you guys. At that time, it is then Elsa is bringing it all the way up, and we've got some big bands that's going to be loading into like Bonita Springs around after 8 p.m. But in the meantime, it's horizontal at 8 o'clock today with Sarasota, Venice area, Nokomis. Let me think, what else is in that area? You know what I'm talking about, right? For you guys over there. Northport, maybe. So, yeah. And then this is like, all these bands are like, anything that you see over here where my little hand is like 75, right? But everything else is like 41 to the coast kind of thing. And that's where it's going to hit the hardest. For rain, wind shearing, gusty wind thing, stuff like that. And then at 8, that's at 8 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, it does a little bit changing. It intensifies. So here is our problem. Somehow a rain band got unorganized from the actual storm. It kind of cut loose. And this rain band is huge. It you see how long it goes and curls down? So it's curling down all the way almost down to the Keys. But this huge red rain band is going to affect everything from the Everglades all the way up to Tampa. The puppy is loaded too. It has over 2 inches per hour kind of thing possibility at 11 o'clock. So be advised of that. But at the same time, the wind speed, wind gust type things as well. I did record on this when I looked at it earlier, not being filmed wise, with wind gusts as much up to 70 miles an hour. That can come and go at any point in time. If you have low-lying, electrical wires, let's say on your business or home or something, and they're just swinging, that's enough to swing it loose. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. Let's look at it here. What else I can look at? Let's go back to 8, because I just wanted to show you how it intensified from 8 o'clock, which is horizontal to like Sarasota area, to 11 o'clock. And it is actually horizontal to like Sarasota Beach area. It comes extremely close too. This time it's really moved a lot closer to Sarasota Beach. It looks like it's only about maybe 100 miles, if that. And this is the I part, okay? So all these rain bands are coming in at 11 o'clock. Let's see, wind gust wise. This is where it's also going to be a problem, maybe for beach erosion stuff. So yeah, north of Northport, like let's say Venice on up, is going to be a problem for you guys for wind gusts, because I've got about 65, 70 miles an hour. Sarasota's got 65. So yeah, going to be some beach problems maybe on that one. I'm not sure. Let me go back to, see, it's got a nice little eye there at 11. Let's see. Let's go back to my 11 o'clock one. So if you are east of 41 from north of Northport, so I would say Venice area north from 11 p.m., or if you are in Punta Gorda south way down to Bonita Springs and you live east of 41, US 41, I can see flooding. Okay? Lots of flooding, no matter if you're business, residential, whatever you are. Okay? If you live near a park that has a river, it could flood. If you live near a river, like you got the Caloosahatchee down here in Fort Myers, you got the Peace River in Punta Gorda, you have the Manatee River up there in Bradenton, I think it is. Let's see what else is over there for waterways. If you are around creeks, streams, rivers, canals, a lot of you guys that live east of 41, if you're on a canal, yeah, you could have not only the problem with flooding from this because your canals are going to be overflowing, but you got storm surge because it's pushing all the water from the Gulf Coast into your canals, which makes things worse, which, if they didn't clean out your canal, you could, possibly flood. Let's see what else here. We also have lakes, streams, rivers, canals. What else did I cover? Anything waterway wise, okay? For those that might be living in Northport near Warm Mineral Springs, you have a problem over there as well. So be careful on flooding for that area over there if you're living around Warm Mineral Springs in Northport. And this is at 11 p.m. So from 2 to 11 p.m. is when we're going to get the brunt of the storm for everything from Bonita Springs all the way up to Tampa. Now, this is still going to be an overnighter. This is nothing that you're going to go to bed about, okay? Still, you got to keep your eyes in the sky for potential tornadoes and water spouts and everything from all this spinning off into things, okay? So even overnight at 2 a.m. in the morning, everything from south of Bonita Springs all the way up to Tampa is going to be affected. So, yeah. Also, this is at 5 a.m. And just to let you know, between 2 and 5 a.m. in the morning, it's horizontal with Tampa. So, it's still not out of the woods. This is going to be a good, slow, 24-hour kind of storm. Okay? And it's not because of the eye. It's because the whole thing is moving so slow. And it's the rain bands that's causing the problem. So at 2 a.m., it's going to be horizontal with Tampa. 5 a.m., it's horizontal with Spring Hill. And then at 8 a.m., I'll try to give you more of an accurate location where this is going to go in. All right, so I know there's some preppers up there in Ocala. This looks like this puppy's going to be at 8 a.m. horizontal with Ocala. Let me see if I got a pinpoint location maybe where this might be going in at. Give me a minute. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So at 8 a.m., it does look like it does make landfall, and I'm guesstimating where that's going to be. So give me a minute here. So I'm looking around the Swanee area, Fowler's Bluff, Sheer Island, Vista area. And then what's happening around 11, the actual eye goes in and heads straight north. At this time, Gainesville's getting hammered at 11 a.m. so they could have flash flooding in Gainesville, Florida. Let me see if I can give you... So the eye is going to be in that area, Dixietown, Fletcher, Eugene, Cross City. But it's not the eye you have to worry about because of the wind situation. It's not that. It's the actual rain and the flooding. So Gainesville at 11 a.m., you're looking at 2.5 to up to 3 inches worth of rain up there in Gainesville at 11 a.m. And at 2 p.m., the storm keeps heading in a northeastern track. Looks like straight north. It's not even going east or west. Looks like it's just heading straight north to the state line. So about 2 p.m. on Wednesday, we're looking at Jacksonville having 1.5 to 2 inches worth of rain because of the rain bands, the way they're coming in. And then the state line, and from what I'm seeing, let's see, give you a location maybe where the eye will be. Now, the eye is nothing to worry about on this storm, okay, guys? It's the rain bands and the, wind shearing problem that we're seeing on this right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's not giving me an actual location. Why is it not giving me a location? Is there nothing there? Maybe it was on a lake. I don't know. All right. So Live Oak, Slade, Dickard, Star area, all that is where the eye is. But the blunt of the storm is on the northeast, eastern, and southeastern areas of the storm. And it always has been going all the way up through the state. So let me take it on down in reverse. See, these bands are long too. They're just pretty bad. All right. So here is Tampa. Okay. This is where you guys got to watch out. At 2 a.m. in the morning, this is going to be an overnighter. So if you guys aren't staying awake, you could basically float on down your street, maybe. I don't know. But there's some big areas of rainfall with almost 2 inches of rain. Let me give you a pinpoint location. Sun City, Parrish, Ruskin, Erie. Okay, you're looking at about 2 inches there. Also, think about this for those people living in Tampa and St. Petersburg. They could actually shut down your bridge because of the wind shearing, since it could reach up to like 70 miles an hour. That goes for any bridges too, guys. Also, Wimauma, Great Sun City, or Greater Sun City Center, and Apollo Beach also are going to get about 2 inches worth of rain. Let's see. Let me see if I can pinpoint another one for you guys up there in Tampa. And this is at 2 a.m. for you guys. So let me see. Here's another one here with 1.5 inches. This is in near St. Petersburg. So yeah. And then way down here at 2 a.m. Near Bonita Springs, you're going to get about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Over here in, where is this at? Lily Bridges, Limestone, Anna area of Florida. They're also at about 1.5 inches. Let's see. This is at 2 a.m. All right. So let's back this puppy up on, this is all Wednesday stuff, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, we're going to back it way down to 11 again. On Tuesday the 6th, which is today. So when the actual the storm hits to have problems for people that are communicating maybe back and forth to work or school or just traveling or whatever, is at 2 p.m. Everything you can see here in red is a lot of the rain bands, and they kind of look like scalar waves too, by the way, for those that are into the science stuff. So yeah, and it looks like everything around Northport to Sarasota and Bradenton area is going to be affected at 2 p.m. And we're looking around almost an inch or more per hour kind of situation. When it gets closer to dinner hour, which is around 5 p.m., we're still looking like Venice, Sarasota, Bradenton area, still getting about half an inch to inch per hour. And this is not counting any of the wind shear kind of bands that I was telling you about. This is just base stuff, okay? And then 8 p.m., you still got heavy rain happening on the coastal area, like 41 area to the Gulf Coast. And then 11 p.m. is when it really gets bad. So, yeah. So anyway, and Sarasota is going to, basically everything is going to be chewed up on the beaches on the southwest Florida. Everything from Bonita Springs all the way up to Ocala area on the beaches is pretty much going to get chewed alive. And if you have business or residential around 41, same way, okay, all the way up. So I hope that answers some of your questions out there. From the wind speeds of what I'm seeing on all this and wind gusting kind of situations, I basically say they've already closed down schools from Collier County all the way up to Sarasota from what I'm hearing. I don't know about Tampa on up north yet, but if they close down schools, then businesses should be the same way. Because this is nothing to play with. There could be flash flooding at any point in time, and other problems with storm surging on the coastal in areas, tornadoes, possibly with waterspouts, and also you're going to have some problems with flooding from the rainfall. So, and I know up in Sarasota they got something called Flippy Creek. You guys better be very careful over there. I think that puppy's going to flood. So, just, through my shows, I give my opinion. Anyway, yeah, be careful. Heads up. Be prepared. And we're out. This is what we're going to look at. And, don't think it's a good day for commerce or business or travel, for sure. So, be careful. If they close the schools, I would be closing, everything else. So, yeah, this is Boho with the info. We're over and out. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can. Also, too, the possibility of power outages could happen from this storm as well. So note that for your business or residential. So be prepared to keep either your employees safe and protect them, or keep them home. Or if you're at home, make sure that you got batteries and candles and things like that, so you have light. All right. So this is Bo with the info. We're over now. See you next time.